leave me alone. All right. What? No. You're not offline. Stop lying. There you are. There it is. Now you're out. Oh, did I forget a drink? Eesh, nah. Got some old water over here. Welcome, 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 welcome aboard. If you're here, awesome. Whoa, banger. He likes numbers. He's here. If you're watching this later, then I appreciate it. All the news will be old. All right. Yeah. Doors are open. Good morning, Snow. Bad Andy. What's up, brother? Deep Pixels. What's shaking? What is shaking? That's what we're going to talk about. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about the March 12th, 2019 Daily Candle Close happening in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. My favorite time of the day. Hopefully we see a little bit of volatility, but let's talk about what we have for now. Well, we're back. We're back testing this range again. It's this zone right here. So we tested, found support above, rejected above. Tested again, found support, rejected up above. Found support up above. Rejected up above, tested down below, found support, tested again, found support. So in reality, we're just creating another range inside of this range, which is inside of this range, which is just a lot of ranges. You know, there's a lot of ranges. But let's scope out on the wrong one. Let's scope out on the 1, 5, 15-minute charts and see what's shaking just in the interim here. So this is 1 day of trading represented from these little volume sidebars from the profiler here. So a low we got to earlier today looks like we headed down to 37.93 and pushed back up, had a big candle move up here in order to get it all the way back up into the 38.65 zone. All right. Since then, we made a little high on the 15, dropped again, and then we've just been, you know, bouncing back and forth. Which is funny because this looks very familiar. At least as far as the 15-minute is concerned. Very familiar. Where we've had a dip, we came back up, made another higher high, and then we lost, you know, at least half of what happened just to sort of range a little bit before the close. And we've seen the opposite. We've seen the big, well, I guess that was kind of like a big dump. And we're still in play on this yellow line that I don't even remember where it came from. But I feel like it's just always in play. It's always right there. But anyway, so we got the last 45 minutes or so of trading prior to this last 15-minute candle right here. So the top of the hour has been selling. Not much, but overall just selling in general. The 5-minute chart, and a little bit zoomed in here. What's actually shaking, breaking these candles down. Again, not much, just up and down, up and down, up and down. Little ABCs, ABCDs. So really nothing crazy. And the 1-minute chart is just kind of doing its thing. So that's fine. 2:43 on the clock. Let me scope the chat real quick. Marvin D, what's up? Marco Sage, good evening all. Excellent. Getting some people in to say hi. I love it. Very good. We'll talk over a couple charts, couple things that moved today. We'll briefly take a look at the big winners for the last 24 hours. VIA, BTC, XZZ, RLC, ARDR, CVC, Bread, GRS had another killer day, 54%, but it already lost 115% of that. So that came in really this morning. I believe it came in We had a massive bump in volume again, a massive bump in price again, and then we since gave it all back, plus a little bit from yesterday. Decred! Yo, let me talk to you about Decred. Decred is, they're awesome. They haven't done, like, the chart, just that not much has happened. And they're picking up steam. I mean, look at this, 52% today. That's bananas, right? That's crazy. So that's real good. Decred had some incredible moves. I want to see. I don't think there's a tether pair to Decred. That's a shame. Be a nice in out right there. Look at this guy. BNB ETH still rolling. Still rolling. Only 7.9 today, but I mean, who's complaining with 7.9? BNB ETH and BNB BTC both just killing it. Killing it. All right, we have 45 seconds. Bang! KNC going up. Excellent. Engine BTC on the move again. Decred is one of my long holds. Snow nose. Snow nose. Yeah, I like Decred. I actually I interviewed those guys back at the Texas Bitcoin conference out here in Austin. Yeah, cool project, cool dudes, smart people. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. I like them. We'll see what happens. They're still expensive. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, relatively speaking, compared to the other altcoins, but you know, they're like what, $16, $17, $18? I don't know, something like that. Dash. I like Dash too. All right, what do we got? Oh, man, I'm looking at chat. I missed it. Here we go. The final results are in. The paint is still wet. So we opened at 38.45. We hit a high of 38.74. We hit a low of 37.93. We closed at 38.57.50. Up $12.50. 0.33%. What kind of candle did we get? Well, because percent-wise, it's only 0.33%. It's safe to call it a doji. It's a cross between kind of like a spinning top and a dragonfly. But a dragonfly wouldn't have any selling up top. It would also be at the bottom of an uptrend, not sort of in the middle of range. But the psychology behind the candle is the bulls opened the candle. It pushed up a little bit. They tried to push up a little higher. The bears came in and said no dice, pushed it all the way down. The bulls said, nah, we don't like what you're doing here. They bought it all back up and higher and was able to close higher than where they opened. So in any event, it's a bullish candle, although super not impressive and right in line with all these other tiny little range candles. Yeah, that's my that's your A+ analysis on yesterday's candle. All right, we got buying coming in here. Let's check our chart again because we do like to see what happens in the first couple minutes. And that's good. 5-minute chart is showing buying, and buying. 15-minute is up. So we did get buying on the last 15 minutes of that day before the close. So that's cool. A little bit more buying coming in so far today. Not much, 0.06. It's not the kind of crazy volatility we'd like to see. But take a look at the minute chart. Right, when you break down like what actually happens inside of these candles, that's pretty impressive. So we're showing support on both holes. So that's nice. You know, we got a whole cross right here. So it's iffy. And we're just trying to gain support right now. So on the smaller time frames, you know, looks like we'll get a little bit. Are we going to get knocked down over here at the 38.67 mark? It's certainly likely, but we will see. We will see what shakes out. So let me close this chart because we all know. No, wait, yeah. What do you? Yeah. Let's do that. We'll twiddle our thumbs for a minute. There we go. Okay. And let's do this. All right. So here we are. That's what we just talked about. All right. Now, let's check out Decred. Let's see. Oh, what? What did you do? Oof. Yikes. All right. Well, that's it's an interesting candle. All right, let's play around with this for a minute here. Let's throw in our horizontal. Let's lock it up. Let's get some levels that make sense. Down, down, found support, up, down. Good support, good pullback. Found more support, top of range. That's about it. Not much going on right here. All right, so like I said, it's been pretty boring for Decred lately. Let's throw a range on here. So I went through last night, and I marked out 100 charts that have some sort of range or consolidation. You know, future movers, let's just say. And boy, oh boy, did it take a really long time. But needless to say, did get it done. Now I'm not exactly sure what to do with it. I was gonna do a thread on Twitter, and then common sense kicked in and be like, that would be a ridiculous thread, and it would just take forever, and everything would get lost. So it just might not be worth it. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. It was a lot of work, I'll tell you that much. All right, anyway. So this is kind of like a range-ish. It's a little all over the place over here. So we did certainly lose range in this area. Things happened that were strange. So, you know, something like that. All right. From this move on the daily, let's take a look at something that may be interesting. Something like this, bottom level, come up. All right. So this, oh, hold on a second. Hold your horses, everybody. There, look at that. Oh, look at that. So the 709, 706 that you see me use from time to time is it's a level that appears on certain coins, right? It's like, you know, like when you go back and you check some of these, you know, you check that pump and see where it actually retraced to. And a lot of them typically will fall between the 382 and the 618. Well, some of them, for whatever reason, they like this 709, 706 area. That's something that Trading Room found, shared with me, and I've been using it ever since. It's great. But so if you see a move like that and it comes down and it skips over to 618, so you're thinking, yeah, probably the 786. You could try putting like a buy order or seeing if you get a reaction out of the 709. I bounce back and forth between 709 and 706. I know it's like 0.03 difference, so it's kind of just whatever. But there you go. There's your happy little secret surprise for today. That's nice. That's incredible, actually. But overall, this is terrible. Right? We're still in range. It's just another giant candle up, and we lose it all, and we're right back in range. So call me unimpressed. All right. Dash for snow. Dash for snow. All right, snow. What do we got here? We got a reaction on our line. That was good. I still want to see this. Call me crazy, but I want to see this. So nothing yet. Not too much. Good move though. Good move. Solid move. 9%. That's good. A nice break out of the symmetrical triangle. Right? Horizontal support resistance from previous structure lows. It's good. Also previous structure highs, although not perfect right here, but you get the idea. Now we could push down and do a little mini shallow pullback and just test previous structure highs. But that would be terrible. I would like this to come all the way back down, settle out right around the 382. It'd still be a shallow pullback, but that would also retest this symmetrical triangle for a nice breakout, so that the whole pattern plays out. You know, when you're talking about a pattern that lasted for 110 days, then it's only respectful to come back and retest it properly. So we'll hope for that. Oh man, what happened to the chat? Holy cow! All right, so I'm out. I'm out of chat. Chat, you guys have officially taken chat over, and I love it. I love it. I encourage you guys to talk and chat, and you know, we're gonna build a little family here. You guys are all the pioneers. But I'm looking at the chat now, so if I missed anything, go let me know. Otherwise, it's gone forever. So yeah, I realize there's probably like a 30-second delay. Oh man, what's going on, Bad Andy? I just tried both Firefox and Chrome. Both of them do it too. What'd I miss? What are they doing? Bad things? Bad things are happening? Nobody wants to hear about the bad things. Maybe you got some good things you want to talk. You got any good things you want to talk about? Let's see. Here we go. XZC USD. Oh, and KNC. Yes. KNC, we got to check. XZC. That's this guy right here. XZC. Let's do it. XZC USD. XXXC. Z. No. XZC. Yes. USD. USD. Why are you always doing USD? Okay. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got here. This kind of looks like Decred. All right. Get out our horizontals here. Let's get some locking, and let's get to work. That's a good level. I like that. This was respected. I like that. Another good level. Another good level. This one's got a lot of levels. All right. When you see a chart like that that respects cycles, structures, like this, you know, this is good. All right, that'll tell you more than likely it's going to respect technical analysis. It'll respect Fibonacci's. It'll respect moving averages. And when you get a chart or a coin or a pair or an asset or whatever you want to call it, and it respects technicals, then that makes the technicals all that much more important and gives you more confidence to trade off of them. You know what I'm saying? All right, so not much happening with our trend here. So we could actually channel it. You know, something like that. Not like that. Give me a second. Jeez Louise. Okay. Second has been granted. All right, it's kind of sloppy, but yeah, I mean, you get the picture. So a sideways break out of anything is disgusting. Usually not all that thrilled about that. This reminds me of this move here. All right, and this move was not good for anybody long. All right, big sideways move, slightly rising, and then Tank City. This looks like that, except, you know, now we have confidence in just that one candle, but that's really it. Which I really wouldn't say confidence, but right. So something like that. So here we go again. Let's take a look at that move. Let's see what we hit. Let's see what we're pulling back to. I'll tell you right now, that is a deep pullback. All right, so we have came down in the middle of nowhere at all. in between the 786 and the 886. So if we wanted to get the whole move, I guess we get a better picture of it. Let's do that. And let's see what we're looking at here. Bang, 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 709. All right, cool. So, you know, we'll have to respect that all this little intra nonsense was just that, intra nonsense. Take the whole move goes up. 618 actually lines up with a historical line, which is good. I guess I could probably bring that down a little, kind of match up a little bit over here and a little bit right there. So that's cool. So that's good confidence coming back later with that. So that's all right. You know, that's a big drop off. Already losing that much inside a day. We really do have to. We got to pull up like a 4-hour and get a better idea on how quickly that wick got eaten up. Okay, that's okay. This is all right. So on the 1-hour chart, we're good. You get a better picture of what happened here. You had a big giant move up, 67%. You walked up another 8. You did not lock in an additional 26%, okay? It tested, failed. Tested again, failed. Has been failing ever since. All right, so big retrace here. Big pullback, I mean. But it is starting to level out, which is nice. Volume is decreasing. And I probably sound like a broken record, but it's important to understand that that is a good thing. Okay? High volume and price, right, they go hand in hand. So everybody's interested in selling. Selling. There's a lot of people selling. Okay, we get it. Right? And then the next candle comes. And you got a little less people trading. And then less. And then less. Well, a little more. And then less. And then less. And less. And less. And less. And less. So what's happening is it's an exhaustion of trend. People are getting a little tired of it. It's not as sharp. This is like 1, 2, 3. Like 3 black crows, right? Just bang, bang, bang. And then little candle. Little candle, little candle. Sideways. 1, 2, 3. Little candle. Decent. Little candle. So these are all ideas that you have a trend that's exhausting. So in any event, let's see what we got going here as far as... I mean, we got range for sure. Like, you know, we're down, and then right here, it just gets range bound. So let's put a little range on here. And let's see what works, or if anything works. You know, we don't want to force it. We just want to get an idea. Okay? So if we have something like this, and this is a nice break of range, right? Failed. False breakout. So this is good. I would like to see it come back down here. I'm not lying. Right here. That's my move. Put it right here for you. This is what I want to see. So we see that, and I feel like trading it, then I'll take that trade. I don't like this. We did have a big break, right? Came back down for a retest and still failed a few days later. So you have to be super cautious about coins that have done this in the past. Right, big push up, and then we lost, what, like 120, 140% of this move? You know what I'm saying? Another big push up, came down. This is probably like a 618 pullback. And then have we gotten back up here? No, not until today. So, you know, you got to ask yourself, is it going to do the same thing? At least be prepared for it. If I'm going to buy here, and I probably got a tight stop. I might put a stop just at the bottom of that candle, to be honest with you. Previous structure high right here. I might do something like that. You know? Yeah, that might be the move. Why is this so wacky? Something like that. Okay, anyway. Let's see. KNC BTC, let's scope that one out. Okay, so here we go. Daily's all right. This was our box from our pullback. This is when everybody said we were crazy when it was at 10,000 and said, nah, you know, maybe back to 6,000. Sure enough. Previous structure highs, again on that 70, like, when you talk about on the 709, I mean, on the 709. But, more importantly, do you see where it hit? Do you see the exact spot that it hit? That's this. That is this. That's the breakout of the channel with a proper retest. So, you know, no matter how far away it goes on that initial move, right? I still want to see a retest. I still want to see it. And this time we saw it. So now, you know I was in it from down here from the breakout and the retest of the pattern. But regardless, you know, since have exited that trade, and that trade's over, and now we have new trades. So from here, when it started to, you know, sell right away, we said, all right, well, this is our new buying entry. So our entry was I don't know, 60, 50 or something. Just because, you know, I front run everything a little bit. So that's what we have right there. So far today, though, we do have selling, right? So this is selling coming in today. This candle, it's pushing down. We're able to buy back a little bit, but not much. So we'll have to keep a close eye on this. I'm looking for 200. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is what I'm looking for. 205.17. So we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. All right. Looking at the chat for, you know, the 40-second delay. You saying that the bar has all the... I missed that. When I scroll down, Bad Andy and I seem to be in another live stream earlier. Oh, that's awesome. Ricky, what's up? I'm already out. Bad Andy, I mean the bar where you select the daily option and move up and BTC right above coin pair. What? Just so if you were halfway down the page, you could change the daily, hourly, or whatever. No big. You're talking about the price action tool? Oh, so you're saying when you slide up, you lose all this. That's normal. This only stays on the top rocker. And then right here is what you get the scroll. Right? You just scroll data. If you want to change information, you got to change it up top. Scroll up top, change it, and then your data points will stay the same. Is that what you're talking about, Bad Andy? Yes, that disappeared. Okay. Yeah, that's how it is. 709, gonna add it to the fifth. Yeah, wall banger. There you go. Get in there. Frank O'Brien. It's happening. GXS. GXS. All right, scope it out. GXS. X. There we go. That's weird. Why? That's weird. Okay. GXS. All right. So, range time, big move, killed up on a long-term trend, smash down. They said no dice. Get out of here. We ain't doing it. 100 days in consolidation, 101 ballpark figure right there. We got long-term trend line, just got killed on. Yeah, let's see. This was like a double level range, right? You had a range here, then you had a range here, failed twice on the push-up. I like this a lot better than this, obviously, because we actually have a move and a pullback and a move and then what's going to be another pullback. So hitting this trend is kind of significant, even though the trend is not the prettiest of trends. It's a trend nonetheless. It's confirmed. It's validated. And now it is being used. So we need to flip it. That's for starters. And what do I always say, right? You don't want to long right into resistance. So let's see what we got here. It's about a 10% move if you want to play to flip. So let's get the overall bigger picture here. See what we got going on. Alright, so big picture. We had a move. Alright, from here we touched down the 236 and we retested that trend and failed. That's not good. And then it's starting to sell off again. Okay. Let's check the bottom of the move against our previous move here. Alright, so this is our previous move. What we're doing is we're measuring this pullback. Alright, to give us an idea of how this coin reacts, how it respects levels, yada, yada, yada. Alright, so the push up, the pull back to the 5. That's what we're looking at there. So we do the same thing here. We're going to lift it up. And we're going to bring this to our 5. And we're going to say, what did we hit so far? Big push. Just missed the 5. Just missed it. Like a front run just miss. However, is it over? We don't know. And we don't know if that's the only pullback we're going to get or if selling is going to continue. So, let's go up to 4. See what we got here. Big push, pullback. Big push, pullback. Big push, pullback. Big push, pullback, and push in the same candle, and now we're pulling back again. Okay, the 1 hour shows us a little bit more flat line, so there was a lot more aggressive trading happening right here. We could tell we had a lot more volume right there. Now volume has died down a little bit. It's been quiet. Slowly working its way down. Let's do something like this. Alright, so I mean, as far as it looks, you know, it kind of looks like it's got some more downside to go, which is okay. It's fine. Okay, here we go. That's nice. Down, down. Alright, so these are all, like this is what we were talking about last night for a swing failure. So you crept up over to 70, you made a high, right? And then you came back down right here on the dip. But when you pulled back up, you couldn't make a higher high. You made a lower high. So that's a swing failure. So 1, you do that. And then 2, you do this. Now, as the rule book states, as it comes down, the aggressive trader sells right here. The conservative trader would wait for a pullback, which came all the way up here, and then back down, and then would have sold. Oh, I'm sorry. The aggressive trader would have sold right here. Right? So if this was a coin that you could short, they would have shorted up here. Soon as you failed that swing, they would have went down. The conservative trader would have shorted right here. Once you crossed the line, it would have went down. So let's see what that actually lined up to, because I don't think that worked out so well. If they shorted right here on the swing failure, all that candle was all buying. Next candle came down, you would have gotten a mini rip. Here's the fail. Fail on the dip. So you would have gotten this, like a tiny little candle before it just shot right back up and never got lower than that within trend. So that would be a swing failure that did not follow through. All right, in any event, we do have some selling coming in, so I would expect Maybe coming back down to the 5 again. I think that's reasonable. All right. 4 hours got this big push and a nice big push. So that, you know, it seems like it does push back a fair amount. Now, it came down only to this level. It never hit the 618. And on top of that, it never hit previous structure highs. Really close. Really close. So, you know, not fully respecting the levels. That's the case, and you know that, then front run all your trades by a larger portion than you normally would. You know, because if you're going to play the 618 or the 5 or the 382 or something like that, it's just going to tease you, just like it did right here. Didn't quite hit the 5. Close to it. Didn't quite hit it. But this may have more juice to go down. This may come down to the 5. For now, it's hesitation. We need a little bit more information. The smaller time frames would show that this is going to come back down. Now, just on range, I would like to see it come all the way down here. Not sure we're gonna get that. So we could get a range that actually makes sense here. That's more like it. See, now that would have been okay. I just don't know if that range makes sense. Ugh. It's difficult. Alright, so put it this way, like when you put ranges in here, you have to be somewhat subjective. Right? I just do it by eye and where a majority of trading is. So as I was moving it around, you know, I'm noticing these wicks over here. These are all attempts to break out of range, and they're all failures. Right? So body height is usually pretty nice. So if we went by body height over here on this candle, this last big breakout attempt, then we do kind of have a break and a retest. Kinda. It's not great. We'd have to drop this all the way down here in order to get the idea that we pushed up, came down for a retest, and then we broke free. So it's tough. I don't like moving my original range. I like having it something like that. So like these were like tests of the upper range, test of the upper range, that type deal. Body close good. This is like a slow, you know, attempt, but not really a breakout, not really a retest. So that's what I got. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna keep my gut the way it was. That's fine. So I would like to I'd like to see it come down here. I know most people probably want it. I would like to see it come down here, retest range, and then we can start talking about breaking through this this trend. But something's telling me that this thing's gonna smash through this. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. All right, so what do we got? GXS storage. Sure, we can do storage. Look, I can even type to you guys now. Woo! Crazy, right? I know. Things are getting pretty advanced over here. Pretty advanced. So, you know. All right. What do we got? Storage. Storage. Okay. So, storage BTC kind of got like broke out of this range and retested this level here, found support. That's good. We got a high, now we got a fail high. So this is a swing fail for now. We did this, so it's not great. And we're doing this. Okay. Let's see, RSI is giving us some lower low or lower highs, so no divergence there. That's okay. Got a higher low, we're good. Everything is copacetic. This is a good level right here, and that's where we found support, so that's okay. Still are certainly in a pretty massive downtrend. This is like a Viking ship. There you go. Got the, the boat with the thing and the thing. No, you guys don't do Viking ships, do you? All right, well, that's fine. Little Viking ship pattern could have been kind of cool. Guess not. That's all right. All right, so using the 7-9 as reverse, that's where we found our resistance. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so we had this big move up. What do we got here? So we're 134% candle up just on body. All right, we smashed even further than that. Way further than that. So that candle alone at the time was 214%. It did pull back, understandably so, after a move like that. So we're looking at, what do we got here? 786 support. All right. So it pulled back down, found support just under the 786, pushed back up to the 618, fell back down, lost it, back and forth, ping pong in between the 709 and 786, smashed through it, retest to 618, which also broke the 5, the 382, and almost the 236 before losing almost all of that again and coming back down under the 618. And that's where we are right now. So volume was good for the buys, not good for the sells. Well, good here for the sells, not good for the sells here. That should give a little confidence in the trade that should be looking at future longs or at least some type of continuation after it finds support again. So other areas of support on the chart would be here. This little bounce back zone, this little bounce back zone right here would still be good. This lines up with the 618. This doesn't line up to anything. So this is a good support line here. 618 could be good. We already lost it though temporarily, so we need to see buy-in come back in, push back up to the 618, hold it, close above, hold it before we're going to see any more significant gains up. Let's check that 4-hour though. See if we don't see something a little bit interesting over here. No, just like sideways, a little big move, come down. Yeah, not much here. We could see just like what the baby move was. Currently, around 886, just south of the 786. A little support on the 886, nothing crazy here. But this like whole zone is kind of ugly. Could be the world's ugliest cup and handle, but unfortunately it's not valid. So forget it about that. Yep. So I would expect a little bit more downside and then push it up a little bit. BTG. All right. Theta, sure. Watching the Viking series again. Nice. Oh, man, that's awesome. I love it. So let's see here. BTG. Bitcoin Gold. All right. Finex? No. What happened here? There we go. Almost the same, but this one has some stuff on it. All right, so BTG. Let's see. Okay. All right. So you don't want to be too historical here. You don't want to do, that. Right? Smash down, smash down. We don't want to repeat that. Let's see something here. Okay. All right. Well, not great, but we're gonna deal with it. See where it topped out, previous structure? So, I don't know why we didn't put that on our original chart, but we're gonna add it on right now. So, previous structure low right before the kickback. ended up being our top out version right here. Right? So we'd be looking at the same type of trading to continue, basically. Right now we have this move down here, this pullback, but we haven't quite hit the low that we hit down here. So let's see, even if we went to bodies, we respected the body but not the wick. The wick's too low. So that's okay. So previous structure high, previous structure low, double bottom. Double bottom's probably the best thing this chart's given us. This right here was a double bottom fail. It only gave us just a tiny little bit up before we broke down, retrace, broke down, retrace, broke down, found support, came up, and made ourselves a new trend. From that trend, lost it on previous structure lows, smashed our head on it, started a new trend down. We only retraced once, came back down again. Now here we found support. Previous structure low gave us support, and now we're currently just repeating the process and trying to inch our way up a new trend until, until we get up to here, really. This could be a long-term long if we continue this sort of ABCD pattern here. If that is the case, and that would be pretty interesting. I'm not sure why this is so far off. There we go. Right. So with this big move, that's what we were measuring, I guess, because this is our high. This is the low. We would be expecting some type of pullback. But what happened was we just keep attempting to break it and we keep losing it. And now our attempts are getting further and further and further away from the actual top. So it's not a great sign. It's not even like, you don't even have like a flag or a pennant. You kind of, no, not really. Now you kind of got nothing as far as like patterns are concerned. Not much of anything here. You could paint yourself a ascending triangle. That would be this right here. Something in that ballpark. This would come down a little like that. Get a little bit more confluence with the touches, right? So something like this, give or take. So with that being said, you can continue to play the upside of it until you get a break. Break and play the pullback or play the breakout. But yeah, there's not a whole lot here. You might smack your head. You already did, right? You smacked your head on this. This is all previous structure. Next level to smack your head on is going to be up here, 3803. I would expect to see some type of reaction when we get into this zone. And it would be, ideal. You want to be able to push up, come back, retest it, and then continue trend. Right? And before we go any further, without further ado, yeah, that's right. Okay, so, as always, scope this out. Daily chart again. Looks like we're finding support. Okay, right here. Found support on yesterday's candle, pushed up, which is a shame. Didn't come down and test it. That would have been nice. But previous structure high, this whole zone right here is nice for that. But still, be something like that. So like that little lull period here where it was resistance, 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 came back, proper retest, push all the way up and all the way down for like a double bottom. All right. So that's okay. I guess that's probably the most bullish thing is this little, this kind of like double bottom area. Of course, we're having some hesitation right here on that level. That's expected. This is all previous structure. So you do need a little bit more of a push than this That's not going to cut it. You're going to need more volume than that. Or at least more people interested in the trade itself in order to try to get that up and over and, you know, get out of this actual pattern here. At the end of the day, it's a great pattern. This is like textbook the way it's in here, which is nice. In fact, like, I'm almost thinking that this line should be a little steeper. Should be a little steeper. But in any event, it's fine for now. We're going to keep it. And that's what we got. That's G-Byte BTC. Okay, so what do we got? Theta. Yeah. Let's take a look at Theta. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my Theta chart is things have happened here. So, you know, don't look too deep into it. All right. Anyway, we had our cup and handle, one of the many cup and handles. I think these two were the only legit ones. So we had our cup, we had our handle, we pushed back up, formed the right side of our larger cup, pushed up, came down, shallow retrace, pushed up for this big move. This was our buy target, or at least our buy box. We ended up getting up to the 1618, not quite the 2618, but that's okay. We were only looking for the 1618, so that was good. Selling came in all the way down below. That's a swing fail right here. So this is worth putting on the chart and leaving there for a little while. If we do end up losing previous structure, which we did, and previous structure lows, which we just did on yesterday's candle, then we have to start looking elsewhere to see where this thing may go. All right, so we did have a trend, and again, at the time, didn't really make too much sense. We pulled it off the chart to clean things up a little bit, but let's say if we put it back, wow, look at that. Now it's not right on it, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So that being said, I wouldn't be shocked if this came back down and trickled back into this zone and started playing like this long, shallow trend. It's possible. This is a big sell. Big candle with a big sell. So not great. 37 up. Yeah. Volume on the sells are pretty good. Volume on the buying was a lot better. So we might see a little bit of love here. Like to get back up. Just on that move alone, like to get back to the 382. So we'll have to play this one out. It's a bit of a mess now. What was our original? Yeah, a bit of a mess. Oh, Theta. Theta. Good push. Initial drop right to our zone. Push up. Couldn't handle the retest. Smashed through it. Went to its next area of support. Did find it. It did find it. So it's okay. It's just not. It's not great. Possible further downside coming in. RSI showing us. Got just a shade lower than where it was the last time across 70, but still not too bad. This is a little concerning here. All right, that's not great. Dropping off over that, so that's kind of like a breakout to the downside. Let me get my MAs back on here. All right, so look at that. Look, man, look at that. All right, so when that candle came down, right here, right on the 200. The white's the 200. Right, so you got blue, orange, green, brown, which is 8, 13, 21, 55. And then slate and white. Slate is the 100-day. White is the 200-day. But look at that. Look at where it found support, right on the 200. That's great. Look where it found resistance, right on the 100. So it's kind of like a clamp. You know what I mean? It clamped it down a little bit. Now that's on the 4-hour chart. Things are going to look different on the daily, obviously. So let's just see what we got going on daily-wise. Yep. All right. Well, you know, still a long-term support like crazy. I'm not worried about this. I'm okay with this. It's deep. It's a deep retrace, but, you know, it did come up nice. Good buyback. Came up pretty nice. This is the struggle zone now. It's already marked out, which is great. That red zone. So for me now, I need to get up over that red zone, come back down a little bit, and then push past it. All right? Nice! All right. Just finished watching White Vikings. You got stop loss right under the 3,200 support on Theta in case it drops more. Me? 3,200 support in case it drops more. This right here is 24, not that one. 32. This was our buy for this move, right? So we bought here because of this retrace. All right, so in other words, we watched this play out. We waited for the reversal. We bought it. And then we came up here and we sold it at the 1618. Okay, that trade's over. Now you're pulling back again, which would normally give you the option to rebuy if you hit, like, let's say the 5 or the 618, something like that. But it was a full-on slaughter fest. You know, you lost 100% plus of this move. That move, right? So that's rugged. All right, let's see here. ADA is that resistance at about 1252. Let's take a look. Let's scope it out together. All right, so this is the what? Range and range? Yeah, range and range. Daily, oh, that was the daily chart. Dear Lord. Okay, so daily chart. All right, this is our local bottom. Not our all-time low bottom, but our local bottom. Came up, made a move, lost the upper range, came down, created this lower range, pushed back up again, failed on range, came back down and around, found support on it. Tried, lost it, smashed down, now we're flipped. So this is also the first time in history for ADA that we have support from the 200. Look at that. Full support with the retest. So, I mean, I'll be talking about MAs more. I took them off this chart because when I streamed, it was just getting a little crowded, and I was under the impression that the less stuff I had on the screen, the faster it would maybe run. But I've come to grips with that it's just not going to run good until until I get another computer. So it's fine. I'll try not to tax it as much as possible. This is close to a double bottom. Close enough. 0.67 is fine. Good actual structure until this point here. This was your reversal, so this was a swing failure. So you would have done something like this. So swing failure would have done two things for you. One, it would have marked this level, right? You pushed up, break down, retest it, smash up, support on the 200. That's good. Across from the 8 and the 200 is bullish. So still very good altogether. This is all the retest we would need for this move. Stopped out top of range, right? So you still can't get past range is what it looks like. So this particular move was came down, right? So that this major move, right? Oh, the all-day move is not even down to the 382. The minor move within it is this guy right here. And in fact, it's more like that. Okay? So this move pushed down to the 5, found support. All right, so the next move, I'm going to come right back up here. I'm going to go move this to where the 5 was. We're going to take a look at that play. And that play right now is touchdown right on the 5. So I would be okay with saying that that's our buy level would be the 5. Should be looking for continuation to the upside. But you do have to break range here and here. So two big things to deal with. We could set targets on the original move, which was this push here, and then the pullback. All right, it looks like we already hit the 423, ended up being resistance, so that's good. So we could swap it to the next move, which would have been this move up here and that pullback. And let's take a look at what does that give us. All right, so 1618 tested and failed. 1618 retested and failed. All right, I'm looking for upside move. Let's see if we're going to break range. Yeah, the whole thing's ugly. So upside, like similar to this. I would say the next move is going to be 2618 ballpark. Something like that. Now, if it's nice to us, it'll do this, right? It'll retest top of range. It'll do that. That would be amazing. We do that, and then, you know, who knows? Who knows? Craziness. That's what. So, but again, we're in range, so you have to be twice as careful because there's an expiration to the range, obviously. You know, you have support and resistance levels that need to be maintained, and, you know, it'll take a good move to get out of them. It's a pretty good V-bottom. Would have been a lot nicer if it was an Adam and Eve. You know, some people would call this Eve. I'm not one of those people. I believe the Eve should be a double bottom. So this whole nonsense would be down here. Plus, that's an ugly Eve. Should be a rounded bottom all the way across the board, not sharp down. This is a W bottom right here. So not super cool on that, but we'll see. All right, let's scope out one more chart, and then that'll be a wrap for the night. Let's see. I had a phone call. Can you check out AMB? All right. AMB. All right. Ambrosis. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Start it off. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get fired up. Okay. I guess. All right. And that's okay. That's all right. So we'll take this over here. not really. I mean, it's not really range. Sort of had like a little uptrend, and then now we're kind of painting like a little bit of a low. Could be starting to form a cup. Come on. So if that was the case, you'd be looking at something like this. Yeah, I mean, you know, something like that. It's, you know, it's obviously not perfect. If that is what it's building, let's see. Good W bottom here. That's good. Good push up. This is similar to what we're looking at now, but the opposite, right? Not like, it's not as dramatic. Big drop down. Retraced up a little bit. Failed. Came down again. Found support. Traded up. This is that failure break line. Similar to what we saw in Bitcoin Gold. Okay, just simply a break in trend. Nothing crazy. Alright. Giving us a little bit of a bowl here, so we'll take it for what it is for now. I don't think it's much. Right now you're finding resistance, right at the 100. 200's way out there, so don't even worry about that. Support at the 55. Stopped out at the 100. This move all together. See where we're at. Alright, so touchdown at the 382. Yep. It's the first good push in the upward direction since the drop. This push is okay, but not like this. This is a sizable candle. Now, what we've had in the past with, you know, real big candles like this is a big drop, right? That's a healthy pullback, and then right here you fail to make a higher high, so that's your swing failure. So you do like something like that. Right? And then when you cross over this line and retest it and push up. Alright? Yeah, so that's what we're looking at for here for now. I'd like to see the continuation of the cup. That would be great. A little cup and handle pattern here would be fine. Don't really have confluence here unless 200 comes down a little bit further. But you do have previous structure, so we can always take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? My eyes popped when I saw Big Red. Get a good GPU with your new computer. I will. Eventually. When things are right, it'll happen. All right, but that is a wrap for tonight. So, as always, really do appreciate you guys coming out. Loved it. Loved it. Always good. I feel there might be some buying. Hold on a second. Alright, not much. Sorry, false alarm. I've seen some things light up green, but yeah, no, not really. $2.50, but that's about it. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for joining me. Really do appreciate it. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. We'll see. Like I said, during the week is always up in the air. So we'll take it one day at a time. Wallbanger, you're very welcome. Bad Andy, you're very welcome. Welcome. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I will see you later. I want to see you on the exchanges. And until then, happy trading. Happy trading.